Lashkar Gah, the capital of Helmand province, and in the crosshairs of the Taliban. After fighting government forces for weeks on its outskirts, the armed group could be on the brink of taking its first city since the US began its military drawdown. The Taliban published videos of themselves in the centre of Lashkar Gah and at the main market, asserting they had control of most of the city.
The enemy is stuck in some places of the city, like their intelligence officers, police and governor's compound, but our Taliban are at every corner of the city.
Now the Afghan military is trying a new strategy. After 4 days of fighting with its most elite special forces and pounding the city with airstrikes, it is asking all people to evacuate the city.
I'm leaving here. All the people have left. There's bombing from the air and the Taliban are on the ground.
The army commander for Helmand made the request in a voice note that was quickly spread among those still in Lashkar Gah.
It will be very hard fighting. We will not leave the Taliban alive at any cost. I know it will be very hard for you, and it was a very hard decision for me too. I don't want to hurt my people. Please forgive us if you will get this place, and please evacuate as soon as possible.
Analysts in Kabul say the strategy is flawed.
Telling the population to go, not giving them an exact time frame, and then bombing the hell out of the place and leaving the place as a terrible battleground, in the same way that we saw pictures of Kabul back in the 1990s.
If tens of thousands of people in Lashkar Gah heed the general's warning, many will head 3 hours east to Kandahar city, the closest city and still held by the government. 150,000 people have already been displaced there after fighting last month, but it too is contested by the Taliban.
The people fleeing their villages can't find a place to sleep, not even in tents. The situation is so bad. We want both the Taliban and the government to stop fighting. For God's sake, stop the fighting.
In the western city of Herat, the situation is equally fluid. Special forces arrived to bolster the military and allied fighters after the Taliban cut off the city's airport last week. Even then, for a brief period, the Taliban got within 3 kilometres of the city centre.
Now the enemy is close to the city and we are very serious in defending the city. We hope we will push them back. It's our responsibility and we need to step up.
The Taliban pressure on provincial capitals is growing every day. The move to evacuate Lashkar Gah is unprecedented and raises questions about who will support the thousands who may be displaced and what will become of the city when the battle for Lashkar Gah is over. Charlotte Ballas, Al Jazeera, Kabul.